27th problem. A 60 kg man is inside a lift which is moving up with an acceleration of 2.45 meter per second square. The apparent percentage change in his weight is, according to problem, a 60 kg man is inside a lift. Lift is going upward direction with an acceleration 2.45 meter per second square. Here we have to calculate apparent percentage change in his weight. So apparent percentage in his weight, percentage of change in weight, change in weight equal to formula W apparent weight divided by real weight, W real minus 1 into 100. This is the formula to calculate apparent percentage change. To calculate this one, first we have to calculate apparent weight. So in that, to calculate apparent weight, first draw free body diagram of the man. So free body diagram, his weight is acting downward direction. Weight is the product of mass and acceleration due to gravity. 60 g is acting downward direction. Reaction force is acting upward direction. This reaction force is equal to apparent weight, and lift is going upward direction with an acceleration a. From this, reaction force minus 60 g is equal to 60 into a we can write. From this, reaction R is equal to 60 g plus 60 into a. Take 60 common, then we get g plus a. This is the reaction. This reaction is equal to apparent weight. So W apparent is equal to R, that is equal to 60 into g plus a. We got apparent weight value. Here real weight is equal to 60 g is the real weight. Substitute apparent weight value and real weight in this formula, then we get percentage is equal to W apparent is equal to 60 into g plus a by real weight, 60 into g minus 1 into 100. Here 60 get cancelled. Take LCM. G is LCM. G plus a. Here g times will cancel. G into 1 is equal to minus g into 100 we can get. Minus g plus g get cancelled. A by g into 100. A is equal to the given 2.45. Substitute here 2.45 and you take g value 9.8 into 100. If you simplify, we will get 25%. Answer is 25%. Twenty-eighth problem. The apparent weight of a person inside a lift is W1 when lift is moving up with certain acceleration, and is W2 when lift is moving down with the same acceleration. The weight of a person when lift is moving up with constant speed is. According to problem, apparent weight of person inside a lift is W1 when lift is moving up with a certain acceleration, and apparent weight is W2 when lift is moving down with the same acceleration. See here, when lift is going upward direction with an acceleration a, in this case reaction force is taken as a apparent weight. First we have to calculate this reaction force. In this case reaction force is taken as apparent weight W1. His weight is acting downward direction mg you take. In this case, from this diagram we can write W1 minus mg equal to ma. From this W1 is equal to mg plus ma. This is the apparent weight when lift is going upward direction with an acceleration. Next, when lift is moving downward direction with same acceleration, in this case, this reaction force is taken as W2. Lift is moving down, that means downward force is greater than the upward force. We can write mg minus W2 is equal to ma. Net force is equal to mass into acceleration. From this, W2 is equal to mg minus ma we get. We got W1 value and W2 values. Now add W1 and W2. Add W1 and W2. From this we can get W1 plus W2 is equal to, we know W1 is equal to mg plus ma, mg plus ma plus W2 is equal to mg minus ma. In this case, minus ma plus ma get cancelled. We get mg plus mg 2mg. From this, mg is equal to W1 plus W2 by 2. This mg is called real weight. So, real weight is equal to W1 plus W2 by 2. Twenty-ninth problem. A person of mass 60 kg is in a lift. The change in the apparent weight of the person when the lift moves up with an acceleration of 2 meter per second square and then down with an acceleration of 2 meter per second square is. Take g is equal to 10 meter per second square. According to problem, mass of the person 60 kg, lift is moving with an acceleration of 2 meter per second square. In this problem, we have to calculate apparent weight of person when the lift moving up and down. When lift is moving upward direction, we know apparent weight of the man. In this case, apparent weight of the man is taken as W1. Here, lift is going upward direction. In that case, weight of the person is acting downward direction. W1 is equal to, we know, that is equal to mg plus ma. This is the apparent weight. Same lift is moving downward direction. In this case, apparent weight is taken as a W2 and his weight is acting downward direction. Then W2 is equal to mg minus ma. In upward direction, apparent weight is more. In downward direction, apparent weight is less. We have to calculate change in apparent weight. So, change in apparent weight is equal to W1 minus W2. W1 is equal to mg plus ma minus W2 is equal to mg minus ma. Multiply with minus, then we get mg plus ma minus mg minus into minus plus ma plus mg minus mg get cancelled. We get 2ma. Here 2 into mass of the person is equal to 60 kg. Acceleration of the lift is equal to 2 meter per second square. So simplify, then you get 240 Newton. This is the change in apparent weight. Next, 30th problem. A rope of length 10 meter and linear density 0.5 kg by meter is lying lengthwise on a smooth horizontal floor. It is pulled by a force of 25 Newton. The tension in the rope at a point 6 meters away from the point of application is. According to problem, given that rope of length is equal to 10 meter, linear density of the rope 0.5 kg by meter. Linear density means mass per unit length is called linear density. Linear density denoted by letter lambda. So that is equal to mass per unit length. It gives the mass in a unit length. So by using this, we can calculate the total mass of the rope. Lambda is equal to 0.5. Mass we don't know. M. Length L is equal to 10 meter. Cross multiply. Then we get mass of the rope is equal to 5 kg. We got mass of the rope. That rope is pulled along a horizontal with a force of 25 Newton. In this problem, we have to calculate tension at a point 6 meters away from the point of application. At this point, we have to calculate tension. You draw free body diagram at that point. If you draw free body diagram at that point, this portion, I am drawing the free body diagram for this remaining portion 4 meter. In that 4 meter is pulled by a force, taking it as a tension T. This mass is equal to, what is the mass of this 4 meters? In 10 meter length, 5 kg is there. In 4 meter length, what is the mass? Then we get 4 into 5 by 10, that is equal to 2 kg. 4 5s are 20 by 10, that is equal to 2 kg. 2 kg is the mass of this portion. So on 2 kg mass, only tension force is acting towards right. So this is 2 kg. Next, write the equation. Net force is equal to mass into acceleration. So tension T is equal to mass into acceleration A. Come to this remaining 6 kg. So on 6 kg, 6 meter block, not 6 kg, on 6 meter, force, applied force is acting in this direction F, and tension try to pull in this direction here. In same manner, if you calculate, mass of this one is equal to 3 kg. Right equation. Force is acting up towards left, right. F minus T is equal to 3 into A. Simplify. T get cancelled. F is equal to 5A. From this, A is equal to F by 5. F is equal to 25 divided by 5. If you simplify, we will get A is equal to 5 meter per second square. This is the acceleration. We want to calculate tension. Tension T is equal to, from this equation, 2 into A. 2 into A is equal to 5, that is equal to 10 Newton. Next problem, 31. 3 blocks of masses M1, M2 and M3 are connected by a massless string as shown in figure on a frictionless table. They are pulled with a force T3 is equal to 40 Newton. If M1 is equal to 10 kg, M2 is equal to 6 kg and M3 is equal to 4 kg, then tension T2 will be. Three blocks are placed on a smooth surface. That's why three blocks will move along the horizontal direction. That means they are said to be in vertical equilibrium. That's why no need to consider the vertical forces in three blocks. We consider only horizontal forces. On block M1, only T1 is acting. So T1 is equal to M1 into A. But we know M1 is equal to 10 kg. 10 into A. Say this is equation 1. On M2, two forces are acting. T2 is pulling towards right, T1 is pulling towards left. From this we can write T2 minus T1 is equal to M2 value 6 kg, 6A. Say this is equation number 2. M3, on M3 two forces are acting, T3 and T2, but in opposite direction. T3 value 40 Newton, so we can write 40 minus T2 is equal to 4 into A. Say this is equation number 3. Now add three equations. Add equation 1, equation 2 and equation 3. Here plus T1 minus T1 get cancelled, plus T2 minus T2 get cancelled. Then we can write 40 is equal to 10A plus 6A plus 4A, that is equal to 20A. From this, A is equal to 2 meter per second square we will get. We got acceleration. This acceleration value substitute in equation 3, then we get T2 value. So from equation 3, 40 minus T2 is equal to 4 into A equal to 2. 40 minus 4 2s are 8, take this side, T2 take this side, then you get plus T2. Finally, we can get T2 is equal to 40 minus 8, 32 Newton. This is T2 value. From equation 1, T1 is equal to 10 into A value 2. So finally we can get T1 is equal to 10 to the 20 Newton. T1 value 20 Newton, T2 value 32 Newton. Acceleration is equal to 2 meter per second square. Next problem, number 32. A horizontal force capital F pushes a 4 kg block capital A, which pushes against a 2 kg block capital B as shown. The blocks have an acceleration of 3 meter per second square to the right. There is no friction between the blocks and the surface on which they slide. What is the net force P exerts on A? So net force exerted by B on A on B, B on A, both are same. So here we know acceleration of the blocks. Acceleration of blocks is equal to 3 meter per second square. Right? Equations. These two blocks are at vertical equilibrium. So we consider only horizontal forces. This block A is exerting force on B in this direction, B exerting A on in this direction. So come to block A. On block A, two forces are acting. F is towards right and reaction force towards left. So we can write F minus reaction force between A and B is equal to, this is the net force, mass into acceleration, 4 into acceleration is equal to 3. From this, F minus reaction between A and B is equal to 4 3s are 12 Newton. Come to block B. On block B, only reaction force is acting. N AB is equal to block B mass is equal to 2 into acceleration is equal to 3. So NAB is equal to 6 Newton. Here the force exerted by A on B is 6 Newton towards right. A exerting force on B towards right. B exerting force on A. B is exerting towards left. So same force 6 Newton is acting towards left. Next problem 33. Two masses M1 and M2 are attached to a spring balance S as shown in figure. If M1 is greater than M2, then the reading of spring balance will be. In this case, M1 is greater than M2. That's why M1 is moving downward direction and M2 is moving upward direction. Both are connected by strings and spring balance. That's why this system is moving with the same acceleration A you take. If you observe here, spring balance on both sides T1, T2 tensions are acting, but mass of the spring balance is negligible. We have to consider mass of the spring balance is negligible. So in that case, we take net force acting T1 minus T2 is equal to mass of the spring balance into acceleration we can write. But mass of spring balance is taken as 0. 0 into acceleration. 0 into A we can get 0. From this equation we can say tension T1 is equal to T2. Here two tensions are acting, but from this we can say T1 is equal to T2. Come to this block, write equation. This block is moving downward direction. That means M1G minus T1 is equal to M1 into A. Say this is equation number 1. Come to that body. T1 minus M2G is equal to M2 into A. Say this is equation number 2. Add these two equations. Minus T plus T get cancelled. We can get M1G minus M2G is equal to M1A plus M2A. Here you take G comma, then we get M1 minus M2 into G. In this you take A comma, then we get M1 plus M2 into A. Finally we can get acceleration A is equal to M1 minus M2 by M1 plus M2 into G. That is acceleration value. This acceleration value substitute in either equation 1 or equation 2, then we get tension. This tension is equal to reading in the spring balance. So A value substitute in equation 1. So from equation 1, or you take equation 2. So no problem. You take T1 this side, M1 take this side, then you get M1G minus M1A is equal to T1. From this T1 is equal to M1G minus M1 into A is equal to, we know, M1 minus M2 by M1 plus M2 into G is there here. In these two terms, you take M1J common, then we get T1 is equal to m1g into, take LCM, we will get m1 plus m2 is LCM. Here nothing is there, 1 into m1 plus m2, m1 plus m2 minus m1 minus into minus plus m2, minus m1 plus m1 get cancelled. Finally we can get T1 is equal to 2 m1 m2 into g by m1 plus m2. This is the reading in the spring balance. Tension in the spring is given by the reading in the spring balance. So T is equal to 2 m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into g Newton. Here reading we measure in kilogram. So that's why reading in spring balance is equal to reading is equal to T by G. T by G that gives kilogram, that is equal to 2 m1 m2 by m1 plus m2.
Thirty-fourth problem. Two masses capital M plus small m and capital M minus small m are attached to the ends of a light inextensible string, and the string is made to pass over the surface of a smooth fixed pulley. When the masses are released from rest, the acceleration of the system is.
In this problem, two blocks of mass capital M plus small m and capital M minus small m are attached to the ends of a light inextensible string and pass it over the pulley. Find the acceleration of the system. Here, this block is moving downward direction with a certain acceleration A, and this one is going upward direction with the same acceleration, because both blocks are connected by the same string. Write equations. In the string, tension T will develop acting in upward direction. Here T. Come to first this one. Its weight is acting downward direction, that is capital M plus small m into G, and the tension is acting upward direction T is equal to capital M plus small m into acceleration A. Say this is equation number 1. Come to this block. It is going upward direction, that means tension is greater than its weight. Its weight m minus m into G is equal to net force is equal to mass into acceleration A. Say this is equation 2. Add equation 1 and 2. Tension get cancelled. Then we get capital M plus small m into G minus capital M minus small m into G is equal to, in this we get capital M plus small m into A plus capital M minus small m into A. Here you take G common, then we get capital M plus small m minus capital M minus into minus plus small m is equal to, here you take A comma, then you get capital M plus small m plus capital M minus small m into acceleration A. Here plus m minus m get cancelled. Here plus small m minus small m get cancelled. In this side you get G into 2 small m is equal to, this side we can get A into 2 capital M. 2 get cancelled. Finally we can get acceleration A is equal to mg by small mg by capital M we can get. This is the acceleration of the system. Next problem, 35. Two bodies of masses 5 kg and 4 kg are tied to a string astro. If the table and pulley are smooth, then acceleration of 5 kg mass will be. Here we have to calculate acceleration of 5 kg block. On 4 kg block, only tension is acting. Then we can write equation T is equal to 4 into A. On this, tension is acting upward direction, weight is acting downward direction. Its weight is greater, so 5G minus T is equal to 5A. Add these two equations, T get cancelled, 5G is equal to 9A. From this, A is equal to 5G by 9. So this is the acceleration. But we know G value 9.8. 9.8 substitute here, then we get A is equal to 5 into 9.8 by 9. A is equal to 9.8 into 5, 49 divided by 9 we get. From this, A is equal to 5.45 meter per second square will come. Next problem. A block is placed on a frictionless surface in a gravity-free space. A heavy string of mass capital M is connected and force capital F is applied on the string. Then the tension at the middle of the rope is, here rope and string both are same. We have to calculate tension at the middle of the rope here at this point. If you observe this diagram, on middle of the rope, you assume this is the point middle. So at middle, in this direction, tension is acting, and in this direction, applied force is acting the direction. So applied force is M. This point, mass of this point is taken as a M by 2. Midpoint, its mass of M by 2. And come to this one, in remaining of, in this direction, tension is acting, but this remaining portion mass is capital M plus small m by 2. Okay? This remaining portion mass is capital M plus small m by 2. This is pulled by a tension T. This portion, tension is acting in this direction and applied force is acting in this direction. Draw equations. Then we can get T is equal to this T is equal to capital M plus small m by 2 into acceleration A. Say this is the number, equation number 1. Come to this one, F minus T is equal to m by 2 into A. Say this is equation number 2. Add these two equations, plus T minus T get cancelled. We get F is equal to capital M plus small m by 2 into A plus m by 2 into A. If you take A comma, then you get capital M plus small m by 2 plus small m by 2 into A. From this we can get F is equal to capital M plus small m into A. From this acceleration, A is equal to F by capital M plus small m. We got acceleration A is equal to capital F by capital M plus small m. This acceleration value substitute in equation 1, then we get tension. So from equation 1, tension T is equal to capital M plus small m by 2 into A is equal to F divided by capital M plus small m. This is the tension at midpoint of the string.
37th problem. A ball is suspended by a thread from the ceiling of a train car. The brakes are applied and the speed of the car changes uniformly from 36 km per hour to 0 in 5 seconds. The angle by which the ball deviates from the vertical is g is equal to 10 meter per second square. According to problem, given that a ball is suspended by a thread from a ceiling of a train car, suspended like this. This car initially going with a speed of 36 kilometers per second. By the application of brakes, it comes to rest after 5 seconds. So final velocity 0, time t is equal to 5 seconds. Means this train car is said to be retardation. Retardation means its acceleration is in this direction, opposite to its motion. Assume initially it is going in this direction, but by the application of brakes, retardation is in this direction. First we have to calculate its acceleration. We know acceleration formula A is equal to v minus u by t. So A is equal to 0 minus u value they given in kilometer per hour. To convert meter per seconds, we should multiply with 5 by 18. Multiply with 5 by 18. 18 2s are 36. That is equal to 10 meter per second we will get. That means 10 divided by 5. We will get A is equal to minus 2 meter per second square. Minus 2 meter per second square means its acceleration is in this direction 2 meter per second square. Whenever object is in a non-inertial frame, non-inertial means accelerating frames are non-inertial. This ball is in a non-inertial frame. That's why on this ball, pseudo force will act opposite direction to acceleration of the non-inertial frame. Because of this force, this string making an angle theta, this ball comes like this. In this case, this string making an angle theta with the vertical. We have to calculate the theta. In this case, pseudo force is acting in this direction. Pseudo force is equal to mass of the ball into acceleration of the reference frame. Next, its weight is acting downward direction mg and tension is acting in this direction. First, we resolve this tension into two perpendicular components. Tension making an angle theta with vertical here. Because alternate angles are equal. If you draw a vertical line, it making an angle theta with the vertical. So this tension is divided into two components. This component is equal to t cos theta and horizontal component is equal to t sin theta. Already MA is acting in this direction, MG is acting downward direction. Now the ball is in equilibrium. At the equilibrium condition, MA is equal to t sin theta. So t sin theta is equal to MA. Say this is equation number 1. T cos theta is equal to mg. Say this is equation number 2. Now you write equation 1 by equation 2. Equation 1 by equation 2, theta get cancelled. Sin theta by cos theta is equal to tan theta. Get cancelled, we get a by g. From this, tan theta is equal to a value we got 2, g value 10 we know. From this, theta is equal to tan inverse of 1 by 5 we will get. This is the angle made by this thing with the vertical. Next problem, 38. A block is kept on a frictionless inclined surface with an angle of inclination alpha. The incline is given an acceleration a to keep the block stationary. Then a is equal to, here this block is placed on a inclined plane. To keep this block, this incline is moving with an acceleration a. What is the a value?
Here on this block pseudo force is acting. Why? Because this block is on the inclined plane. Inclined plane is going with an acceleration a. That means this is non-inertial frame. On the non-inertial frame, any object is in contact, then pseudo force is acting opposite direction to acceleration of the inclined plane. So inclined plane is going towards right. That's why pseudo force on the block acting towards left MA. Its weight is acting downward direction mg. You resolve this weight into two perpendicular components. One component is acting along the inclined plane and another component is acting perpendicular to inclined plane. The component perpendicular to inclined plane is mg cos alpha and component parallel to inclined plane is mg sin alpha. Next, you resolve this pseudo force into components. Pseudo force making an angle alpha with inclined plane. So in upward direction, MA cos alpha will act, and MA sin alpha is acting perpendicular to inclined plane. Here, block is stationary. Stationary means upward force is equal to downward force. So MA cos alpha is equal to mg sin alpha. In this case, m get cancelled. A is equal to g sin alpha by cos alpha. Sin alpha by cos alpha is equal to tan alpha. So A is equal to g into tan alpha we can get.